Okay, let me fix this camera here. Just as we thought we were done talking about the new FCC TCPA one-to-one consent rule, not so fast. On the final day before it's to go into effect, it was delayed for 1 year by the FCC. However, minutes later, the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals struck it down. The court ruling vacates the one-to-one consent ruling, and at the same time, the court broke the FCC's rule into two parts, which is important for us to understand where this thing's going. One, the requirement that consent be only as to one vendor at a time, and the logically and topically related aspect of the new rule, which prohibits consent to text or calls that are not related to the website visited by the consumer. As to the one-to-one consent requirement, the court held that case law interpreting prior written consent requires merely a voluntary consent to receive robocalls prior to the call being made, including where a consumer consented to receive calls from more than one vendor at a time. So to sum it up, the court noted that the FCC has decreed a duty on lead generations that the statute does not require, and that the statute does not empower the FCC to impose. Therefore, it exceeded statutory authority in redefining the prior written consent to include the additional prior written consent restrictions. The court concluded with the following, on which the case's rule was formally vacated. So that's really the end of the story right now. It says, I don't know if it's gone forever. It may in fact be back. To me, it's kind of a win-lose situation. I really felt like the rule had some merit. It would put some restrictions on these lead generations and these agency owners. People like myself, which we never did here, we don't allow it. We have our own lead generation company here, the best in the business in my opinion. We don't allow agents or agency owners to share the lead across their entire agency force multiple times so that one lead gets shared out to 50 to 100 to 150 different agents, and that consumer basically gets harassed. We don't allow that here, so we didn't need those restrictions. However, looks like we're out of the hot water. We can all go back to business, and we'll see how long this lasts. Hope that helps. By the way, I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. This is just an agent that's been around for 40 years and an agency owner trying to navigate the waters just like you. And remember, if you're willing to be bad before you're good, you've got a real chance of being great. See ya.